When my thoughts get really heavy and life is taking its swings, I'm faced with the meanest and loudest inner critic. And it's hard to remember that she isn't right or powerful, but scared and frightened. This past year has been the toughest version of transition in my life. I broke up with my partner of 4 years, and I truly thought I found my forever person, only for it to end, and then I had to relocate. I was also unemployed for 5 months, and the mental load it took on my brain was very taxing and very heavy. Because my mental health was so shitty, I got let go from not one, but 2 places of unemployment. It started to feel like I was failing at life, and I believed I should have been so much further along. I've done many cool projects, worked with many different companies, from freelancing to private coaching, and many other accomplishments in my field with writing and publishing and marketing. So I'm still struggling with how and why my life didn't look like what was promised. I'm starting all over again while considering working a second job just to make ends meet. But I've been playing with this concept about how time is not linear. The time I spent in nature during this time answered one of my deepest questions. How would I spend my time if I had all the time in the world? If the money was already there? If there was no job to clock into? If I could actually truly do whatever I wanted? What would I do? And somewhere in the thick of these intuitive nudges, like leaps inside my belly, I would listen to how nature was telling me how unbothered it truly is. The trees remain after many, many storms. They don't ask themselves existential questions about being good enough. They just reach up towards the sun, continuously growing no matter how strong a wind or how heavy the rains. The streams don't ask or stay stuck on the thing that person said. They move, they flow, they keep going because they are and have much to be. And somewhere inside of all of that, noticing, nature is teaching me what richness truly is. Since witnessing this, I have felt a newfound peace. It is almost as if my grandmother and great-grandmother are watching me, teaching me silently. This might sound strange to some, but familiar to others. But I hear them frequently, somewhere tucked under the ripples of the sea and the bark rows in trees. I feel them telling me to pay attention and go slower. That all you desire is actually right here for you. It feels dystopian having this much amount of peace with the level of chaos in this world. It feels too much to even talk about. Where to begin with international wars, unqualified leaders, and an economy that feels on the brink. But nature grounds me and reminds me that my greatness isn't tied to anything external, that my worth and who I am isn't tied to what goes on outside of you. The richness is within. To feel this rich inside of myself feels like the actual blessing. How many people get to feel so alive and notice the beauty in the little mundane things? To enjoy those things as if it is like winning the lottery or something similar to that. There are times where I don't know how to express this level of gratitude, this wisdom, this peace. And as I move forward to creating more and expressing more, I'm hopeful that it'll bless me. For so long, I have felt like life was about reaching a destination. But these past events in my life, my personal life, has actually shown me so deeply that it is your internal state. It is all that you push underneath. It is who you are afraid to become, or who you are afraid to dare to be, that actually determines everything else. It's almost as if I am finally reveling and relishing in the fullness of my own power, realizing that with every single decision that I make, I quite literally alter my reality. I could work here and then change my mind and work somewhere else. I can decide to fly out of the country. I have no longer felt like, my circumstances necessarily limit me, or that it is impossible for me to get to a different place if I so choose. And that I find so much comfort, even though I am fully aware that you can't control what may happen around you. It no longer shakes me as much as it used to. I remember when I was looking for a place to live, and in that time period between not having a lease signed yet and closing one lease, I realized I could go anywhere. I could fly out of the country if I wanted to. And in that moment, that's what I realized, all that I was saying prior, that it's so possible to completely change your whole life in a moment, that markers quite literally are just suggestions. Getting married by a certain age, having a certain job by a certain age, making a certain amount of money. Life doesn't work that way always, and instead of viewing that as failure or irresponsibility, I have bloomed into, oh my God, I'm unbound. I'm as unbound as water. I'm as unbound to the handbag that I pick up and put over my shoulder and take it wherever I need to go. And you, dear listener, I hope are also relishing and connecting to this as well. If you are also in a period where you're feeling so stressed, so uncertain, I hope this message lands as a gentle reminder that anything and everything is actually open to you right now. In the midst of the goop, in the midst of the void, life and creation is on the other end of it. And with that, I want to ask a couple of questions to you to take with you today, which is, what is the tiniest action I can take today? What is a slightly bigger action I could take tomorrow? Who do I have to become to keep going? And if something comes up inside of you in this moment as we're talking, that is the signal. And I don't need to tell you what it is, because you already know. Thank you for watching. My name is Jasmine Gale. Until next time. Spiritual, anyway. I could be, who knows? Anyway. It's such a beautiful day.